He just moved me.
Why are we... Frost?
Why did we just get moved?
Alright. I'm moving you guys because I just received a complaint. Let me turn up my microphone, hold on. Alright. So, I'm gonna be very, very short, simple to the point here. I'm sick, I do not feel good, I'm not gonna argue with anybody, okay? I'm being told that you guys are fail role-playing. Morris and Fumbles, you guys can explain a little bit to bring everyone up to date. I'm going to be taking notes about what's happening, and then we'll come to a conclusion at the end.
Fumbles, if you want to go, I gotta do something.
Alright, why did you guys just randomly start shooting at us?
So, okay, so two things. First was the gunshot, and I'm not gonna 22 something in the middle of a scene. That's
That
not
was
how
in the
I
middle
roll.
of a scene. No one got shot. He missed.
And
He
then
meant to
the
throw a
front
base.
passenger aimed a weapon, so that's why
They were
my
throwing.
officer fired.
They were throwing baseballs the whole time.
And someone in the
They
front
were-
passenger
those-
seat aimed a
those were
weapon,
our-
whether he
those
intended
were
to
our-
aim a firearm or not. He aimed a firearm from the
That was-
passenger seat,
that was-
and my officer did his
that was
job
our-
in neutralizing a deadly threat.
That was our beer can.
I just threw a baseball at the truck.
We can't.
Hold on a minute. Let's not argue. Let's not turn this into a debate, okay? We're going to figure out what's going on. If someone's talking, let them finish talking, okay? If someone's not talking, just be quiet.
We were RPing those baseballs as beer cans, and then my car started getting shot at, so we drove off, and then we get rammed into, which always happens to us from LSMPD. And another complaint is the other day I had to kick an LSMPD officer because I was doing a construction scene. He rams right into my vehicle and almost hits me and starts arguing with me.
I thought that was done and over with, because I didn't take it any further. I mean, if we can escalate that one up if you want to.
It's just getting really old.
Because my officer, Rambo, did... I know that you said there's a vehicle there, but he didn't hit a vehicle on his screen. He showed me the video.
Because on my screen there was a big ass truck and a lot.
He didn't hit it for him. So.
Well, when I confronted him, he said he hit it because he's not waiting in that bush. I have it on the recording.
No, that's not what he said. I also have the video, so.
I'm gonna pull it up right quick.
Okay, I will pull it up as well. I mean, I don't know
You
why we're
weren't-
bringing that
you
up.
were-
I mean,
Guys, I said this is not a debate. Stop arguing. We're going to figure out what's going on. Let's talk about the current issue. We're not bringing up past stuff if you guys already settled it. Bring up this current issue. I'm not going to stay here all night.
And from my knowledge, if you're being continuously shot at, I'm sure you wouldn't just rush up, causing more danger to yourself and others, and go towards the gunshots. You would neutralize yourself away from the scene of you being shot at because it's causing danger towards you and other people around you. It's been constantly happening. O'Brien did it, and now you guys are doing it as well. When someone's shooting at you in your trucks, you guys just rush up and ram them.
Well,
From my knowledge, you would back up, get Air 1 deployed, and have Air 1 follow.
So, first things first, there's only 3 of us. And then we're taking massive amounts of fire. And then my pickup truck is bullet resistant. So I'm going to use that truck to shield my other officers from taking fire from a weapon. So the whole thing started, we saw your 911 calls. We were trying to do our own chase that was ongoing. Once that chase was over, went to the gas station to repair my vehicle, at which point you fired at my officer. And I don't 22 things in the middle of it. You guys discharged a weapon, you discharged a weapon. Attempted to pull you out at gunpoint. You kept throwing baseballs, gave you an order to stop throwing baseballs. Officer Rambo stated that he saw a weapon. The front passenger pointed a weapon, whether he intended to or not. Determining that he was a deadly threat, he opened fire, shooting the front passenger and mistakenly shooting the rear passenger at the same time. Vehicle chase began. You began to shoot at both of our pickups. I took my truck to attempt to stop you. I got out, fired at whoever was in the back left. He took me out. That's fine. It happens. And then we neutralized the threat.
Hold on.
Like,
So you guys got bullet-resistant vehicles, but SUVs can't have bullet-resistant vehicles? How does that make sense?
So it's a rapid response truck. It is designed to respond to tactical situations. That is exactly what the truck is built for. That's what the whole subdivision is for. So whenever a unit, whether they be county, state, or PD, or even FTA, they need immediate tactical response. That's what we're designed to respond to, is tactical. And since you guys are firing at my officers, I'm going to use that truck to try to level the playing field.
But you guys keep saying baseballs. Those are beer cans. We can't throw beer cans.
I know you can't throw beer cans, okay? But, okay, so beer cans. I'll change beer cans, okay? So you're throwing beer cans. Whoever the front right passenger was, my officer stated that he pointed a weapon. Whether he intended to point a weapon or not, maybe he just ran out of beer cans to throw. But because a weapon was raised, no matter what the intention was with that firearm being raised, we already have you at gunpoint. We're going to assume that's a deadly threat and take action. And that is why you were shot, whoever the front and rear right side passengers were. My officers did exactly as they were trained to do and have been trained to do constantly.
I'm just gonna say that when I was in the back, I just had a baseball, and then I know that McKay, he had a baseball too. But like you said, intended or not,
Yeah, it may have been an accident, but the front right passenger aimed according to my officer, aimed a weapon. And I'm going to go check the recording to confirm that. But I trust that my officer determined that there was a deadly threat and took action to neutralize it.
I think I accidentally aimed because I ran out of.
That's absolutely very possible. Because
Yeah,
you
I
aimed a
think that's what
firearm, that
happened.
is why we discharge your weapon. That's why my officer, who is part of the rapid response team, is trained to tactically use his weapon in a justified manner, determine that you were a deadly threat at the point of raising your weapon, and fired into the vehicle attempting to neutralize your threat. At which point the right rear passenger was inadvertently shot. Unfortunately, it happens. You guys are throwing objects at us, flares. I had already discharged a weapon prior. Chase you, you fire at our trucks. I rammed you with the rapid response vehicle. Jumped out, took fire from and at the left rear passenger, and the driver jumped out and ran away. And then was then taken out later after shooting at the officers. After shooting at my officers.
Fumbles got hit by, I think, one of your officers in the truck, and then Fumbles got up and then ran away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looked like he was getting out as I hit the vehicle. So
No, it was the other truck. Like right when I went over and started running, he like purposely ran me.
No, I didn't mean to run you over. I was trying to block you from going, but with
And-
how it's set up, it
And then
wasn't.
I just pulled out an AR because it's like an ongoing problem with me fucking getting ran over by cops. So I was like, fuck this shit.
my officers did exactly as they're trained to do. So
Sounds to me like there's a lot of confusion, miscommunication, and you guys are wanting to 22 scenes in the middle of something.
No, because Morris accidentally shot when he tried pulling out a baseball, and no cops were around, but they heard the gunfire. But he said 22 it, and he even said it in Skybox, but no 22 it.
Okay, so I was at the light and I just started getting shot at, and I was hearing the gunshots. I started saying it, and then that's when everything started popping off, and you guys were the only vehicle near me, and
Yeah,
so
it was only one shot, and that's why he said 22 it.
okay. Well, I don't pay attention to chat when all these things happen, and because
yeah, my officers, we don't 22 things in the middle of scenarios. That's not how we roll.
It
So
wasn't even in the middle of anything. You guys pulled up right after we said 22 it.
Exactly.
you guys have been trying to get us to pull you over for the past 10 minutes while we were in the middle of a pursuit.
I wasn't trying to get pulled over. We were just driving around, acting drunk, doing RP.
well, then Then also
You
when
didn't
we were in
shoot
a
at the
pit
vehicle,
state,
man, when they first started pulling me over as I drove by you, going just
What?
past the gas station.
We weren't
Shit.
shooting on no cars.
Just making sure. I had to go sit because there was nobody over here playing. We
Yeah,
drove
no.
around here for 20 minutes,
That's
waiting
why
for
we.
somebody to show up. I don't know where you guys are at. I think somebody said you're all down at the airport playing tag or something. And we're up here trying to get some RP going. And when you guys said, "Oh, I can't think of it," I think it might have been Fumbles that said something about, "Oh, is Toledo not big enough for you?"
No,
You know,
because I said, is it too big? Because there's less player base. I was gonna switch it over to Sandy. I was like, is this not big enough for you guys? I mean, yeah,
cover that. I'll just, we were begging for some kind of RP.
Yeah.
So I went Civ and stayed under my, name. And we were in the middle of a pursuit. And then when you guys showed up, they got me. Yeah, this is sad, man. I'm just really bummed. Can't get along, man.
Yeah, my officers used reasonable, justified force against a deadly threat. So,
I had a baseball in my hand all the time. That's all I'm just gonna say.
and it was the front right passenger. If he hadn't aimed the gun, we wouldn't have fired at the original traffic stop.
Yeah, that's perfectly
Because he
reasonable.
aimed
I
the weapon,
understand
yeah,
that.
absolutely. Because he aimed the weapon, that's why we fired. And then when you guys took off, the Silverado is bullet resistant. We've tested it on multiple occasions, and it is designed to rapidly respond to situations and be that support. Especially if you guys are in a 1080 and you've got some car in front of you shooting at the front charger, that truck can come up and get in front of that charger and protect it. So that way we're not getting officers killed while people are shooting back at us. Because unfortunately it happens quite a bit. But my officers determined that you guys were an absolute deadly threat, and they used reasonable force to subdue that threat.
All right. Does everybody feel like this is good? Or are we still? I want to make sure everything gets resolved.
Yeah, I don't have any issues.
You guys want to see the video or no?
How does everyone feel? Obviously, there's fumbles and Morris. You guys feel like it's okay, or?
I'm just confused how a truck was just constantly ramming cars in pursuits that I constantly saw, but I guess it's not.
That's what that truck is specifically designed to do, is protect other officers.
it's not only that truck that does it though. It's a constant phone problem. With
Yeah, I
all
mean,
the
I can't
not only
speak for
here,
other
but-
trucks. I mean, if you guys see my guys doing it, then please let me know. But if it's my Silverado, then absolutely it's designed to do that. So that's why we use it in that manner, is because we use it to protect other officers. Whether it be an active shooter or a simple vehicle pursuit, it's designed to rapidly respond to an ongoing tactical situation and protect the officer.
now the only reason why I was ramming is because I thought all the people were down except for the driver. So I felt like the driver wasn't a threat anymore, and that's why I kept on ramming. And then that's when we started taking shots, and yeah, that's what happened. And then you hopped out of the vehicle, and I tried backing up and tried blocking you, and you fell over and you took off running. So that's on me, and I'm sorry about that.
You're good.
Alrighty. Morris, fumbles, Frost, anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
I'm good.
No.
Okay. Now, about the issue with the whole instance with videos or whatever, what happened there? Why is it being brought back up?
It was a couple days ago at the construction site. There were multiple construction sites that were blocking major intersections, and Rambo decided, which I backed, because honestly, it's just, from where I am, DOT isn't allowed to take up entire intersections without alerting the populace. So he attempted to drive around the barricades. There was no vehicle for him. I've seen his video. There was no vehicle. He didn't hit it. attempted to go around, immediately confronted by fumbles, and then immediately kicked thereafter for no intent to RP.
And who was
Um,
that?
That was Rambo, my sergeant. And I was going to bring it up. I was going to make it a big deal. I changed my mind. I didn't think it needed to become one. And that's why I simply made a policy update for the LSPD that if a construction site takes up a major intersection and fails to notify the populace that they're shutting down a major a major intersection that prevents traffic from going through and does not notify the populace, then they are allowed to cite that foreman for failing to abide by his paperwork and provide proper warning to the civilians and emergency services.
Right. Okay. And that's been dealt with or no?
I didn't know it was an issue. I never brought it up because I didn't think they kicked him, so I thought that they felt that they were good with it. I was going to bring it up. I was going to make it a big issue. I changed my mind because I didn't need to make it an issue. They'd already kicked him. There was nothing I could do about it anyways. So I made a policy update. And then that way made it a blanket across the board, so that way if some random comes in and starts making a construction site that, blocks the middle of Great Ocean Highway and they don't tell anybody, then we can come in and cite them, and if they continue to do it, we can arrest them for violating our rules and regulations. Instead, I just made it a policy update rather than making it a big issue, because I felt that they had already dealt with it. I may have disagreed with the result, and I may have thought it was unjustified, but I decided to let it go, because they are my superiors, and I felt that it just wasn't worth the time to dispute it, so.
Okay, Fumbles and Morris, you guys are on the same page with that or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, have we got everything that needed to be discussed out of the way? Or are people still iffy?
Yeah, I mean, you guys can message me anytime. If you have any issues with my officers, please bring it to my attention so I can deal with it immediately rather than allow the problem to become a bigger issue. In this case, I felt that my officers used reasonable and justified force to disable and remove an ongoing threat to the populace of Paleto Bay. Sorry, the term I was looking for was neutralize a ongoing threat.
Alrighty. So I think we're golden. They were just very flustered whenever they came into my office and was like, "Hey, we need to talk." So I've been.
Yeah, like I said, if the right front passenger hadn't pointed a weapon, we would never have discharged our weapons. We would have ordered them out at gunpoint and put them down on their knees. So.
Yeah. So as I was saying before, I had a freaking cough. I've been down with the weather a little bit. So I just wanted to make sure that we got everything situated that needed to be discussed. If you guys do not have any questions, then you are more than welcome to go back.
Okay, thank you much. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Feel better, Jenkins.
Thank you.
Shit
Conference A
pisses
rolls.
me off.